Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And yep, I went and did it again. It's time for another mystery unboxing. I grabbed another $10 box. Actually, I grabbed two of them, but we're going to open one today from Media Reload. And this thing is filled with, supposedly, at least 50 DVDs and no duplicates. I say that with quotes because if you've watched these in the past, you know that I definitely sometimes get duplicates. But I love doing these, and so let's see what's inside. Before we get into all that, though, if you have a quick second, go and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into another Media Reload mystery unboxing. I hope this isn't a negative sign of things to come, but I didn't even have to cut this one off. It looks like it was almost repackaged, but whatever. Let's get this open here. So basically, if this is the first time you're watching one of these, I try to look at as little of these as I possibly can until I am, sharing the experience with you. So let's get started. First one up here. All right. Oh, interesting. A movie I'd never heard of before. We have Diana Ross in Brandy in double platinum. Very intriguing. So, one thing I always talk about is the aspect ratio on these. I don't like to keep ones that are not in their original aspect ratio, with some exceptions, of course. If they're not available otherwise, then I will, hold on to it. But if they are, then I tend to just get rid of them if they're in full screen, which again, you don't have to agree with. That's fine. That's just how I collect myself. So anyway, I've never heard of this one before, but it does have two great actors in it. I don't even know if it's a... Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it is a narrative film. Olivia returns to find her daughter Kayla and to reveal herself as the mother she never knew. So this one is in full screen. And who is this directed by? I don't even see... Robert Allen Ackerman. Interesting. So, frankly, this is kind of cool, but it's not one I actually see myself watching. So, I will put, what is this? Double platinum. I will put that into the trade pile. So, the ones I end up putting in the trade pile, I will see if they're worth selling on eBay, because I do that. Or I'll take them to disc replay, whatever the case might be. And then there'll be ones that I'll have to check on by the end of the video, and others that, of course, I will keep. So, Zac Efron, I just watched him in Iron Claw, an amazing actor, but this is Charles St. Cloud. I want to say this is like a rom-com. For some reason, I feel like it's one of the, The Notebook, whoever, Nathan Sparks, whatever his name is. I feel like it's one of his novels, but it's not listed on here, so I bet that's wrong. This is another one. It's probably pretty good. I'm not gonna watch this, so I will put Charlie St. Cloud in the trade pile. A little bit different this time around. I am being probably a little bit pickier than I may have been in the past, so things to keep in mind. That's why some might be going to the trade pile more than others. But Eat, Pray, Love, another one that I believe I've gotten in one of these boxes in the past. This one is in the correct aspect ratio, however. And it does have both the director's cut and the theatrical cut, which you guys know I love. Oh, I love that. It actually has a Second and Charles sticker on it. But yeah, so Eat, Pray, Love. Another one. This one I actually might hold on to because I love Julia Roberts and I've heard really good things about this movie. So I'm going to put that in the keep pile for now. Might change by the end of this, but it's going to go there for now. All right, what do we have? Oh, a Donnie Yen film. Iceman, the Time Traveler. Interesting. During the Ming Dynasty, a palace guard is buried and frozen in time. I mean, yeah, that sounds kind of fun. This is from Well Go USA. They do a lot of martial arts films like this. So Iceman, the Time Traveler, that sounds like a blast. I'm going to hold on to that one. And if these are ones that you guys have seen, you know anything about, let me know. Oh, we got a snapper case. Let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a cool snapper, but it's a little messed up. But this is A Cry in the Dark. A gripping movie that doesn't let go. Directed by Fred Schipisi. I probably said that totally wrong, but Meryl Streep and Sam Neill. This actually looks very interesting to me. No body, motive, or weapon. Oh, is this the Dingo Ate My Baby movie? I think this might be. which is actually a very sad story. If you know the true like story behind it, other than just the meme. But yeah, I'm definitely holding on to this one. This is really cool. A nice snapper. I wish it was in better shape. That's a little messed up too. But hey, definitely grabbing this. I feel like it might be like the Dingo Ate My Baby thing, the story of that. But yeah, I have to definitely check a little bit more out about that. But that's definitely going into the keep pile. All right, so I think that was all of the ones that were stacked on top. So let me grab something out of the side here. Ja Rule and Ving Rhames. Back in the day, there comes a time to choose. I wonder if this is any good or not. In this gritty, hard-hitting drama, rap superstar Ja Rule stars as Reggie, an original gangster who struggles with the sudden and brutal loss of his father. I mean, this Pam Grier is in this as well? That sounds interesting. This is in 1.71 to 8 aspect ratio, directed by James Hunter. Between old friends and a new life, one must choose. That's a great cast. I'm going to hold on to that one. That just sounds interesting. It's in an old Blockbuster box as well. I'm keeping that one for now. That looks really cool. So, good. I love when we get interesting movies. That's all I really want here. It's just interesting films, even if they're not great. Divergent. These are the types of movies I expect to see in these boxes. These big action blockbusters that maybe did great or didn't do so well. But Divergent I do own on Blu-ray, so that'll go into the trade pile. All right, what is next? Oh, a Clint Eastwood film, Bloodwork. You know what? I don't believe I have this one. Eastwood's best film since Unforgiven, and he's an FBI profiler? That's fascinating. Wait, is he? Yeah, I think, whatever. It's about an FBI profiler. This is definitely one I want to hold on to. Bloodwork. I will double check in my app just to make sure I don't own it. And everyone always asks in these videos, I use the CLZ Movies app. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. All right, so next up we have J-Lo and Alex O'Loughlin in The Backup Plan. J-Lo stars as Zoe, a single New Yorker who dreams of meeting Mr. Right. Interesting. Now, this is one, like, sometimes I would keep them because I'm like, oh, my wife will like that one. This is one she probably would. She almost never picks up a DVD to watch it. So, because of that, I will put this in the trade pile because, again, I just don't see myself watching a rom-com with J-Lo. It's just not going to happen. So, let's move on here. All right, I think I need to start a new pile. Let's do it on this end here. Maybe another snapper. It is Disclosure, Michael Douglas and Demi Moore. And this one is actually familiar because I believe I may have gotten this in another box. It does have the widescreen and full screen version, directed by Barry Levinson. This is interesting. This is one that is a little bit dusty, but I will definitely hold on to if I don't have it already. There's the inside of that snapper. Looks interesting enough. Got a great cast on it, Demi Moore and Michael Douglas. So, yeah, that's going to go in the keep pile, but I will double check, make sure I don't already own it. All right, let's keep moving along here. Oh, the Born Ultimatum. Again, kind of the type of thing you would expect to see in these, but I do have these on Blu-ray, so that'll go into the trade pile. I'm not getting the box to sit the way I want it to. There we go. I think that's... Nope, that's not right. That's okay. Let's just move on here. All right. Oh, we got two. Oh, okay. This is... Okay, that's fascinating. Let me do this one first. We have Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Very interesting. So this is directed by Edwin L. Marin. And what year is this? Is there a year on the back here? 1938. Very cool. You know what? Like, this is awesome. I'm definitely going to hold on to that one. Maybe I can watch it next Christmas. That's really cool. I don't have that one. But this one, it's in one of those slim cases that you used to get back at the Dollar Tree back in the day. Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. Oh my gosh, that is fascinating. Wow. This looks like the name is going to completely escape me right now. I don't see a director on this, but I'm almost wondering if it's one of their films. Again, the name is escaping me. I'll put up who I'm thinking of down here. But yeah, this is interesting. I need to look into this. This is probably just the worst quality you could imagine. But I might have to pop it in just to check. That's just fun. Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. That's so ridiculous. That's going to go in the key pile for now, though. I have to look at that maybe after I'm done filming, but that's silly. So anyway, moving along here. Russell Crowe, A Beautiful Mind. Very cool. This actually is a big 2-disc set. Ed Harris in this as well. You know what? I really don't think I own this movie. Winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Oh, it's a Ron Howard film. Well, I mean, yeah, I got to keep this one. Again, if I don't own it, that's definitely a must keep. But yeah, let me pause for a minute and check my app on the ones I've been unsure about. Okay, so far so good. I don't own any of the ones that I was putting in my keep pile. I did change my mind on Eat, Pray, Love, though. I am going to move that to the trade pile. I think that was one I actually purged out of my collection not too long ago. So if I've already purged it once, I don't need to add it back in right away. So I'll pass on that one. We have College Football Legends. This is what? Well, first off, I think this is empty. Yep, it is. All right, so it doesn't matter what it is. I love when you get empty cases. But anyway, that one's empty, but that would have been very interesting to see what that was all about. But that'll go off to the side. That does not count into my final numbers. What do we have next? Ooh, oh, darn it. Okay, The Brave One with Jodie Foster. Unfortunately, this is the full screen edition, so that'll go into the trade pile. But this is basically a remake of Death Wish. I couldn't think of the name of it for some. I was thinking Charles Bronson. What is this movie? Death Wish. It's a remake of Death Wish. Anyway, that's going in the trade pile. All right, next up we have Paul Walker and Lawrence Fishburne. Bobby Z. One man, 2 lives, countless enemies. This is fascinating. Oh, and it has is that Chuck Liddell right there? The UFC fighter? It looks like him. Okay, this one's in there. I didn't think it was in there, but yeah. This is fascinating. I have no idea if this one is any good or not. I don't know. Like, it's a really cool cast, but am I actually going to watch this? Nah, I'm really not sure. This is going to go in the maybe pile. Let me look up some reviews on that one, and I'll decide after I'm done filming if I want to keep that or not. So we'll keep moving along here. The Devil Wears Prada. I actually really like this movie. It's really well done. This is the full screen edition, and I'm pretty certain I already own this, so I'm going to put that one into the trade pile, and then we will keep on trucking here. Oh, Al Pacino. Sean Penn in Carlito's Way, the Ultimate Edition. Now, this is one I really feel like I have the Blu-ray. I think I grabbed like the steelbook of this, if I'm not mistaken, because Movie Guy 365 was talking. I can't hit my app. There we go. Movie Guy 365 was talking about this, I feel like, not too terribly long ago. And so I've been wanting to see it ever since then, but I don't think I've gotten around to it yet. Yeah, I do own the Blu-ray steelbook of this, so that'll go into the trade pile, but really cool movie to find in a box like this. Next up, Dreamer, Dakota Fanning and Kurt Russell. This is a movie that it's probably fine for a family film, but I have no interest in. I don't think my daughter would be too interested in this one yet, so I will put that one in the trade pile. Shout out to the old Hollywood video sticker on it, though. That's always fun. And then we have, oh, G.I. Joe. Interesting. This is G.I. Joe Spy Troops, the movie. Never heard of it. It looks like it does have that, like, 3D CGI that, frankly, I'm not the biggest fan of. And I don't know anything about it. Runtime's 44 minutes. I think I'll put that one in the trade pile. Nothing I'm too terribly interested in sitting down and watching. We have Crocodile Hunter. This one is in the collection already. Such a fun film. I think I've seen this way back on TV when I was much, much younger. But yeah, that one will go into the trade pile as well, which is probably going to be most of these, if we're being honest. I just like going through them. They're fun. Oh, and then we have In Good Company from the director of About a Boy. This one, this feels empty. It's full screen, so it's going in the trade pile. But oh, no, it's in there. Some of these just feel empty, and it always throws me off. But anyway, that one will be going into the trade pile. Who is the director? Paul Weitz. Paul Weitz, however you say his last name. All right, keep on going here. Oh, this is actually a really cool one to find in a box like this. Creed 2. I do own this one on Blu-ray already. I think I found the Blu-ray cheap at Big Lots, if I'm not mistaken. It was the last one I needed to complete the franchise up until that point anyway. But yeah, I do own that, so that's going in the trade pile. Another snapper case. Oh my gosh, this thing is in bad shape, but this is kind of cool. Dangerous Grounds. Ice Cube and Elizabeth Hurley. Oh man, this is very messed up. Can you guys see that? Like, this is in bad, bad shape, which is super disappointing because this looks really interesting. Most importantly, the disc is just floating around there. but it actually looks like it's okay. But you can see the snapper is just decimated. Ah, man, that stinks. So unfortunately, this one I probably will just end up throwing out because the case is so messed up. That's not going to stay in there. I'll look at this one at the end, see if I can clean that up a little bit. If I can, I'll keep it. I'll put it in the keep pile for now. That might end up going in the trash, though. We will see. Oh, gosh. See, I hope we don't get many of these. This is just awful. Dance Off the Inches hip-hop party. There's no complicated steps, so if you're interested, let me know. But that's going in the trade pile. That's this kind of stuff you really don't want to see in something like this. Here we have Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think I own this one on DVD already. If not, I would keep it. It's either on Blu-ray or DVD, though I'm fairly certain. So that one will go into the trade pile. I'll double check the next time I pause just to make sure, but I'm fairly certain I own that one. Next up, we have Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson. I do own this one already in a big box set from Samuel L. Jackson that I picked up super cheap on Black Friday. So that'll go into the trade pile. All right, what is next here? Oh, movies are falling over. All right. Another Samuel L. Jackson film, Robert Carlyle, Formula 51, and Meatloaf is in this? What? A high-octane, something pumped action comedy with wit? I mean, this looks interesting. Who directs this one? Oh, Ronnie Yu directs this? I mean, yeah, I'm keeping that one. That's very interesting. Never heard of this before, but definitely going to hold on to that. Formula 51. Again, let me know if you know anything about that. All right. Then we have The Closet. Gerard Depardieu. What is this? I've never seen this before. It is in widescreen, which is great. This has to be a French film, I'm guessing. The always popular Gerard Depardieu. I don't know how to say it. Stars in a warmly engaging comedy that shows how one little white lie can change everything. This is kind of interesting. Is this in English or is this in French? I don't know. The entire cast and crew is definitely French, but I don't know if this film is actually in French. I'm going to hold on to that. That's a very interesting film to me. Never heard of that, but I don't have any Depardieu films in my collection, so I'm going to hold on to that one. That's kind of cool. All right, you've got a couple more here on this pile. Connor's War, Anthony Treach Chris, and Nia Peoples. You'll Never See Him Coming. A high-stakes, high-impact action thriller. Hip-hop group Naughty by Nature's Anthony Treach Chris and Nia Peoples are on a high-stakes thrill ride as they fight against time to stop a deranged man bent on catastrophic destruction. Wow. Directed by Nick Castle? What? There's no way, that Nick Castle. Okay. Fascinating. If it's in here, I'm going to hold on to it. That was extremely painful. Oh my God, just pinched my finger. Anyway, holding on to Connor's War. You know what? This sounds like something I might have in one of those box sets. I'll double, let me pause. I think I might have that one. Let me double check. I'm glad I checked. I do not have Connor's War already. And actually, I don't have Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon either, which is very surprising to me. I really thought I did. So definitely holding on to both of those. Of course, Crouching Tiger is a movie I probably should be watching on Blu-ray. If there's a 4K, that's probably the better way to go, but I'll hold on to it until I can upgrade it. That's really cool. So yeah, 2 for the collection there. Edward Burns, I like Edward Burns, Rachel Weisz, Andy Garcia, and Dustin Hoffman. Confidence. Never heard of this. Directed by James Foley, written by Doug Young. Pull off a heist or lose his life. I mean, this sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Edward Burns in anything outside of something that he's directed. So that's pretty cool. This does have a little bit of water, you can't tell, a little bit of water damage on it, but a great cast on that one. So I'm going to hold on to that. That's pretty cool. Sounds very intriguing to me, so that's good enough. All right, what else do we have here? Contest. A beauty, a bully, an outsider, unlikely friends forever. Looks very much like a teen rom-com from the early 2010s, which is exactly what it is. I don't know. This is one I feel like I probably won't end up watching. Characters that I probably wouldn't relate to all that well, so I'll go ahead and put that one in the trade pile. All right, last one from this aisle here, or this section, whatever you want to call it. The Constant Gardener. Ralph Fiennes and Rachel Weisz. This is supposed to be a great film from everything I've always heard about it, but I've not seen this one. Riveting, a taut and gripping thriller, and it is in the correct aspect ratio. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. I'm 99% certain I don't own that one already. So that's definitely a keeper. Very cool. Not too bad here, about half and half. So that's pretty good. See if we can keep up that ratio as we go through this. I Heart Huckabees. Very good. Dustin Hoffman in this one as well. So this is another one I've always heard really good things about over the years, but I've never seen this. I feel like I might own this already, but it does have the slipcover, which is cool. So worst case, I'll just swap out this version for the one I do have. But yeah, definitely going to hold on to this. Great cast on that. So I Heart Huckabees is going into the collection. I don't know who directs this one. I'm not seeing it offhand, but yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one for sure. Again, assuming I don't have it, which let me just double check. I don't have that one, so that's going into the collection. And next up, we have, ooh, very cool, a Shudder exclusive. I actually wanted to see this movie. This is awesome. Downrange. Had me on the edge of my seat. This is so cool. Yeah, so these people end up, so 6 college students are carpooling. They break down, and someone is like using them for target practice, essentially. I've wanted to see this one for a long time, and it's a Shudder exclusive that's going in the collection. By far, my favorite add to the collection so far. Very excited for that. Might not be a great movie, but it's one that I've genuinely wanted to see, so that's always cool. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Oh, it's Dirty Harry, so I do have this one, but it's a nice snapper case. This is Dirty Harry in the Deadpool. So I do have a full Dirty Harry collection, which is really nice. Actually, I think it's Blu-ray if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this one will go in the trade pile, but it is a pretty cool snapper case, which I will, as the dust flies out, I'll open it up there. So very cool. That's one that I'll send a message to Miranda, see if she already has it. Let's keep on trucking here. Bride Wars, Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson. Okay, it's in there. Another one I thought was empty, but yeah, this is one that I don't need this one. I won't be watching this. A Treat rivals last summer's Sex and the City. Yeah, probably a fun movie, frankly, but I just don't see myself sitting down to watch that. So I will put that in the trade pile. Jamie Foxx in Bait. Very cool. Another nice snapper case. This is definitely one I'm going to hold on to. I don't have this one. It is in the correct aspect ratio. Not a whole lot going on the inside there, but Jamie Foxx is terrific. I loved it. Well, Roger Ebert loves it. That's good enough for me. Bait is going into the collection. That's a pretty cool ad. Cameron Diaz, Toni Collette, and Shirley MacLaine in Her Shoes. Another one, probably a fine movie, but not one I see myself sitting down to watch. So that one will go into the trade pile as well. And again, if any of these movies that I'm putting in the trade pile are amazing, let me know, because they will stay here for a very long time, frankly. What the heck is this? The Divine Bette Midler. This is like a documentary about Bette Midler from Shout Factory? What in the world? DVD includes complete musical performances by John Scheinfeld. Well, that is fascinating. I have no interest in it, if I'm being honest with you, but I mean, that's pretty cool. So, interesting find, but not one I really need in my collection, but still kind of cool to see in a box like this. Obviously, I love this movie. One of my favorite teen comedies ever. Such a great film, but I do have the Blu-ray steelbook of that, so that'll go into the trade pile. That was super bad. Great film. See, this is what I'm talking about. A duplicate. So, fortunately, when the duplicates are like this is in significantly better shape. So, this is the one I will be keeping. The other one I will be getting rid of, but this is another copy of A Cry in the Dark. Happy to have a good edition of it, at least, but yeah, the no duplicates thing they talk about on the box is never right. Here is The Cry of the Wolf with Julia Stiles. I am certain I own this one on one of those multi-pack sets that I have already. So that one will go into the trade pile. It is in there. I'm always so nervous. I have to go through at the end and open all of them just to double check, but yeah. Okay, here is a weird documentary. The Cult of the Suicide Bomber. All right. Starring Robert Baer, former CIA agent CIA agent and the man whose book See No Evil was the basis for the film Sirana. Interesting. This is kind of cool, but nothing I would ever sit down and watch. It's from the Disinformation Company. Interesting. I will put that in the trade pile because, again, that's just not something I'm terribly interested in. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, boy. Unfortunately, the case is broken, as you can see, but the disc looks to be okay. I will swap out... I'll swap out the disc on this. But anyway, Cutthroat Island. That's awesome. I want to say this one got a Blu-ray release not too terribly long ago, but I've not seen this. But Gina Davis is in this. Matthew Modine. Definitely holding on to this. Again, I will just replace the case on that, but that's really cool. Happy to add Cutthroat Island to the collection. Never seen that, but looks like a lot of fun. When Calls the Heart, The Dance. Yep. Absolutely no interest in that one at all. That's definitely going into the trade pile. That's empty. That's not empty. I am very bad at judging if a box is empty or not, which is really weird. Anyway, Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner. You know what? I actually don't think I own this movie in any format at all. So I will hold on to the DVD. And this looks to be, a big 2-disc set, which is always cool. So it's loaded with special features. As you can see on the back there, the special edition of Dances with Wolves. Definitely holding on to that one. All right, next up we have The Cyclist. His toughest competition is himself. This is one that I would have given my dad a few years ago. The cinematography is simply captivating, is what the pull quote on the back is. Yeah, no interest in this one. Never heard of that, of course. Casey Clyde, I don't know who that is either. But yeah, The Cyclist will go into the trade pile. American Gangster. This has actually been quite cheap on 4K recently, but I've not picked it up. And I don't think I own it. So I might as well keep the DVD of it. It looks like it has both the theatrical and the extended version on it. I might as well hold on to this until I do upgrade. Watch it, see if I like it or not. Great cast on it. So American Gangster, keeping that one. That's a good ad also. Catch and Release, Jennifer Garner. So this has, oh my gosh, Kevin Smith in it. Timothy Olyphant is in this. Jennifer Garner. You know, see, this is another one that, it's a rom-com, but I'm actually kind of interested in this one. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And I love Kevin. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. So I think I'll hold on to this. Another one where I will swap out the case, because clearly that's not the right case. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. Catch and Release. At least I think I'll hold on to it now. Well, I'll let you know when I'm editing. But yeah, I think I'll hold on to that. Nacho Libre. Very cool. But unfortunately, it is the full screen edition. So that one will go into the trade pile. I've never seen that, which is weird because I'm a big wrestling fan. Oh gosh. The Blue Collar Comedy Tour, the movie. Oh boy, redneck humor is just not my thing. So that one will go into the trade pile. Unfortunately, the snapper case is not in great shape. So that's disappointing. But yeah, that'll go into the trade pile. Not a big Larry the Cable Guy fan at all. Moving right along here. Let's see what this is. I kind of caught a glimpse. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Contract. Morgan Freeman and John Cusack, but I do have that one already. That'll go into the trade pile as well. Getting close to the end here. We have Honey. Very interesting. I don't think I've seen this one, but I know my wife has, with Jessica Alba, Makai Pfeiffer. Man, this is another one. Again, like my wife never pulls movies, but I think I might have to hold on to this one anyway. I'm kind of interested in seeing this. It looks like it could be fun. And I've always heard really good things about it. So I think Honey is going to go into the keep pile. It's one 6 months from now, a year from now, maybe it'll be purged out of the collection. But for now, I'm going to hold on to it. All right, Brendan Gleeson and Stephen Curry. This is The Cup from the director of Free Willy. Very interesting. Never heard of this one either, but not too intriguing to me. So that one will go into the trade pile. Again, if you know anything about it, let me know. Yeah, we are getting down to the very end here. Only 3 left. No snappers, it feels like. All right, Behind Enemy Lines, Axis of Evil 2. You know what? I think I just got rid of Behind Enemy Lines, the first one from my collection, or maybe that was a double. Let me check. If I have the first one, I'll keep this one, but let me double check. I don't have Behind Enemy Lines in my collection anymore, so I will get rid of this one. Also, the reviews aren't great. The only reason I'm tempted to hold on to it and pull the first one out of the box to get rid of is because Behind Enemy Lines 3 stars a professional wrestler. I think it's Ken Kennedy or Mr. Anderson, I think is what he goes by in TNA. And so that's the only reason I'm tempted to keep it. But for now, I will get rid of it. Oh, look at another duplicate, Coach Carter. So again, that's 2 duplicates, which is very disappointing. But I think we probably met my 50 limit anyway. So last one here. Please don't be a duplicate. Please be something good. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, I love this movie. I think it is hysterical. Me and my wife quote this all the time. I love it, but I do already own this one. Fun with Dick and Jane. I don't know why I love this stupid movie so much, but it's just fun. It's just a good, fun movie to watch. So anyway, Fun with Dick and Jane is the last one going in the trade pile. Let me just double check. That is everything. So looking at my piles here, it looks pretty darn good in terms of keep versus trade. I think there was one that I had a question about, but I don't have it in a separate pile, so I don't know what I did with it. But let me go through here and give you guys my final numbers on the bottom of the screen. Those will always be the correct ones, but let me show you guys what I ended up with. All right, so at the end of the day here, I have decided on 5 more to put back into the trade pile. You can hopefully... Which way can I hold them? There you go. Hopefully you can make those out there. I just looked at reviews and decided that I didn't need to hold on to those. So let me go over the final stats for this video. So for my Media Reload 2024 box number 1, out of the 56 total movies that were in there, excluding the 2 duplicates and the currently 1 empty case, that means that I am trading 38 of them, which represents 67.9% of them, and I'm keeping 18% or 32.1% of them. So that means of the stack of 18 I'm keeping here, I spent basically like 56 cents each, which frankly is what I would have paid at Salvation Army, right around what I would have paid at Salvation Army anyway. So I basically got these for thrift store prices, which is all I can really ask for. So I would call this box a success. Hopefully there are even more cool ones in box number 2, but I guess time will tell. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to see that. And I think I have a playlist here, if I'm not mistaken, of all of my different blind boxes that I've done. So I love doing these, and I know you guys like watching them. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think was your favorite find from this box? Is there anything that I'm purging out of the collection that you think I need to add back to the collection? Again, this box will be sitting here for quite a while, so if there's anything you guys recommend that I'm getting rid of, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate any and all support down there. But that will do it for today, guys. So thank you so much for checking this video out. Hit that like button before you take off, and I want to encourage you all to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.